Alright, you magnificent bunch, welcome back to the channel where we dissect gaming world one whiny tweet at a time. Today we're diving into the cesspool of complaints about XDefiant's netcode. Yeah, again. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks, it helps the channel grow. Now let's get the show on the road, shall we? So our mate Atomic on Twitter, you know, kind of guy who thinks every morning is a public service announcement, decided to educate us all on what Ubisoft should be doing with the time. XDefiant Alerts, those lovely folks keeping us updated, tweeted about devs working on crouch spam abuse. Atomic chimes in the need to work on netcode. Classic, right? Atomic, if you knew out about how netcode works, and I mean really knew, not just pretending to know because you read a Reddit thread, you'd stop making such whiny little comments. Devs are on it, we've been told this. But nah, our lad here thinks he's got golden insight. And there it is, my reply. Shut up and enjoy the game and be patient, with a cheeky little sunglasses emoji to soften blow. But of course Atomic can't let it go. Why does my comment trigger you so much? I wasn't even remotely close to a whine. It's unacceptable for a big company like Ubisoft to have such bad netcode. Ah, here we go lads. Classic. Big company must be perfect argument. Because clearly in Atomic's world, a company with thousands of moving parts should fix things overnight, right? Atomic, my friend. Let me educate you. Netcode is a delicate beast. It's not an IKEA flat pack you can toss together with a few Allen keys. It's complex, nuanced, takes time to get right. Ubisoft's working on it, as they've said. But nah, you need it now. Entitlement at its finest, folks. And then he comes back with classic, it's not my job to know about netcode. I'm a consumer, I just want it fixed. Well, ain't that just convenient? Doesn't stop you from having strong opinions on it though, does it? You don't need to be a chef to know your steak's overcooked. But you might want to understand why the kitchen's on fire before you start screaming at waiter. Then he hits me with, all their efforts should be to fix netcode first. Sure, let's drop everything else, shall we? Forget new content, bug fixes, or any other improvements. Atomic needs his netcode flawless or he's not happy. Pathetic, really. Then, in a twist that would make M. Night Shyamalan proud, he accuses me of whining. That's right, folks. Pointing out his ignorance is apparently me whining. Not acceptable for a big company to have bad netcode, he says. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Ubisoft knows this. Devs are on it, but sure, let's just ignore all that because Atomic has spoken. Now, what's next? Ah, yeah, part where I explain the difference between commenting and bitching. It's a fine line, folks, but it's an important one. Commenting is offering something useful, something constructive. Bitching is what Atomic's doing. Repeating the same tired complaints everyone else has, adding no new to the conversation. If devs don't hear constant discontent about netcode, they become complacent. Really, Atomic? You think Mark Rubin and his team are just sitting there, feet up, cigars out, thinking, oh well, no one's mourning today, guess we can slack off? Get a grip, man. These folks are working their asses off, and your constant bleating ain't speeding up process. Look, mate. It's not that you can't make a comment, but when it's same regurgitated drivel that's been spewed 1,000 times, it's not helpful. It's just noise. And here's a thought, netcode bothers you that much, take a break, play something else, come back when the update drops. It's called patience. Might do you some good. But no, Atomic wants to keep morning train rolling. Why do they have to go out of their way to post proof? Because, genius, if you're gonna make bold claims, you want to back them up. It's called evidence. Reality, you're just another voice in echo chamber of whiners. So our mate Atomic continues his crusade, saying he comments because he hasn't heard any updates on netcode for months. And here's kicker, he thinks constant discontent will keep devs on the toes. Right, because what developers really need is chorus of whining to motivate them. Atomic, let me break it down for you. Developers are not toddlers who need nagging to get things done. They're professionals who note stakes and are working tirelessly behind the scenes. Your constant discontent ain't pushing them, just adding to noise they have to sift through to find actual constructive feedback. It's almost like Atomic believes his incessant whining is some kind of public service. Newsflash, it's not, it's just noise. And there's a fine line between a concerned player and being a professional complainer. Atomic, mate, you've crossed that line and set up camp. So Atomic here believes that every issue, especially infamous netcode, should be addressed immediately. Let's break down why that's not only unrealistic but downright foolish. First off, game development into sprint, the marathon. Developers have to prioritize issues based on severity, frequency and impact on gameplay. Sure, netcode is crucial, but so are dozens of other elements that make game run smoothly. Like demanding a chef fix salt level in your soup while kitchen's on fire. Priorities, mate. Atomic thinks he's helping by keeping pressure on, but what he's actually doing is creating a toxic environment. Developers are humans, not robots. They're working hard, often under immense pressure, to deliver best experience possible. Your incessant whining ain't speeding up process, it's just adding to stress. Then there's matter of patience. Patience, Atomic, is a virtue you seem to lack. You've admitted you know what devs are working on it, yet you still choose to moan. It's like knowing your pizza's in oven but banging on the door because you're hungry. Chill out, mate. Let it cook. And let's not forget concept to constructive criticism. There's a big difference between saying, hey, I've noticed this issue and here's some detailed feedback on how it's affecting my gameplay, versus this sucks, fix it now. One is helpful, others just noise. Guess which category your tweet falls into, Atomic? Look, I get it. We all want our favourite games to be perfect, especially when we're passionate about them. But there's a right way and a wrong way to go about it. Constructive feedback, patience and understanding the complexities of game development, that's right way. Constant uneducated whining, that's wrong way. We've had a good laugh at Atomic's expense, but let's get philosophical for a moment. State of gaming communities these days, it's a mixed bag, innit? On one hand, you got passionate players who truly care about games they play. On the other hand, we've got whiners like Atomic who think their incessant noise is somehow helpful. Here's the thing, folks. Patience and constructive criticism are bedrock of a thriving community. Developers, believe it or not, are listening. They're working their asses off to get best possible experience. But they're not miracle workers. They need time, clear feedback, and yes, a bit of patience from us. Atomic and his ilk, they're like kids in a sweet shop, screaming because they want the candy now. But good things take time. Great games are built on iteration, testing and reworking. It's a delicate dance of creativity and technical wizardry. And we, as players, have a role to play in this dance. We need to give feedback that's useful, that helps developers pinpoint issues and improve game. And for the love of all things holy, we need to drop entitlement. Just because you've spent your hard-earned cash don't mean you get to dictate the pace of development. You're buying into a vision, a work in progress. So offer your insights, yeah, but with a bit of humility and understanding. So to all Atomics out there, next time you're tempted to fire off a whiny tweet, take a step back. Think about what you're saying. Is it helpful? Is it constructive? Or are you just adding to noise? Because trust me, gaming world doesn't need more noise. It needs voices that build up, not tear down. Right, that's enough ranting for today. Remember, smash that like button, hit subscribe and leave a comment below with your thoughts and gaming stories. I might just feature them on channel. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent.